Very good morning, students. Let's begin with chapter number 13, Fulfillment of Struggle for Independence. As we all know, India became independent, but the struggle for independence was not yet over. There were many princely states in India. These princely states had the right to either merge with India or remain independent. Therefore, the Congress dream of undivided India remained incomplete. Due to independent princely states, India was going to be fragmented into many parts. The Portuguese and French powers had not withdrawn their control over some parts of India. But the country solved these problems very firmly. In this chapter, we will deal with the information on it. Let's begin our discussion with the integration of princely states in India. Along with that, we'll also discuss about the merging of Junagadh. There were more than 600 small and big princely states in India. Due to the influence of non-cooperation movement, there was beginning of political awakening among the princely states. Prajamandals came to be formed in the princely states. Prajamandal means people's organization that worked for the interest of the people in the princely states and for securing political rights for them. In 1927, such Prajamandals came together and formed an All India States People's Conference. Due to it, the movement in princely states got an impetus. After the independence of India, the then Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel very diplomatically found out the way of merging the princely states in India. He took the rulers of princely states into confidence and prepared an instrument of accession acceptable to all. Sardar Patel convinced the princely state rulers the benefit of merging into India. The rulers gave good response to his appeal and all the princely states merged into India. Except the state of Junagadh, Hyderabad and Kashmir, the Sardar Patel took a firm stand and solved the issue of merger of princely states. Merging of Junagadh. Junagadh was a princely state in Saurashtra. The people there wanted to be merged with India. But the Nawab of Junagadh was thinking of joining Pakistan. The people strongly opposed his decision and the Nawab left for Pakistan. Later, in February 1948, Junagadh got merged into India. Very good morning, students. In our previous video, we discussed in brief about the fulfillment of struggle for independence, integration of princely states in India, and merging of Junagadh. In this video, we are going to discuss about Hyderabad Mukti Sangram. Hyderabad was the largest princely state in India. It included Telugu, Kannada and Marathi speaking regions. There was the autocratic rule of the Nizam over these provinces. There was absence of civil and political rights. To secure these rights, the people formed organizations such as Andhra Parishad in the Telangana region, Maharashtra Parishad in the Marathwada region, Karnataka Parishad in the Karnataka region. In 1938, Swami Ramananda Tirth forced and formed the Hyderabad State Congress. The Nizam banned this organization and a struggle began for getting recognition to Hyderabad State Congress and democratic rights. This struggle was led by a militant fighter Swami Ramananda Tirth. He was assisted by Narayan Reddy and Siraj ul Hasan Tirmidhi, P.V. Narasimha Rao, and Govind Bhai Shroff were the faithful followers of Swamiji. In July 1947, Hyderabad State Congress passed a resolution for merger of Hyderabad State into India. The Nizam, however, took an anti-India stand. He started making movements for merging of Hyderabad state with Pakistan. To reject the demand of people of Hyderabad to be merged with India, Qasim Rizvi, an associate of Nizam, formed an organization known as Razakar. Qasim Rizvi and his associates not only oppressed the Hindus but also the Muslims who supported the democratic movement. And due to it, there was inflammation of public opinion. The government of India tried to negotiate patiently with the Nizam, but he refused to respond. At last, the Nizam government and the Indian government started the police action against the Nizam on 13 September 1948. It was symbolically named as Operation Polo. Finally, the Nizam surrendered on 17th September 1948 and the state of Hyderabad was merged within India. The struggle of people in the princely state became successful. There was significant contribution of Arya Samaj in this movement. Very good morning, students. In our previous videos, we discussed about integration of princely states in India, merging of Junagadh, Hyderabad Mukti Sangram. In this video, we are going to discuss about contribution of Marathwada in the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad and merger of French colonies. Contribution of Marathwada in the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad. In this struggle, Swami Ramananda Tirth, Govind Bhai Shroff, Anant Bhalerao, Ashatai Wagmare made a valuable contribution. Through the movement of Vande Mataram, students participated in the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad. Similarly, in this struggle, Ved Prakash, Shamlal, Govind Pansare, Bahirji Shinde, Sridhar Vartak, Janardhan Mama, Shoaib Ullah Khan embraced martyrdom. Their sacrifice proved to be inspirational to the Indians, and thus we can understand that the leaders and the people in Marathwada had a lion's share in the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad. 17th September is celebrated as Marathwada Mukti Din in Marathwada to commemorate the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad. Marathwada was not included in Free India on 15th August 1947. After the inspiring struggle of the people, this region was included in independent India in 1948. Problem of Kashmir. Hari Singh, the ruler of state of Kashmir, had decided to remain independent. Pakistan had intended to secure the merger of Kashmir with Pakistan. Due to this, Pakistan started putting pressure on Hari Singh. At the instigation of Pakistan, armed intruders attacked Kashmir in October 1947. At that time, Hari Singh signed the instrument of accession with India. In this manner, after merging with India, Indian army was sent for the defense of Kashmir. The army won back a major portion of Kashmir from the possession of intruders, but some part of it remained in the possession of Pakistan. Very good morning students. In our previous video, we discussed about contribution of Marathwada in the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad and the problem of Kashmir. In this video, we are going to discuss about merger of French colonies and struggle for liberation of Goa. Merger of French colonies. Even after the independence of India, the regions of Chandranagar, Puducherry, Karaikal, Mahe and Yenam were in the possession of the French. The Indian natives there were eager to get merged with India. The Indian government demanded that these territories, being a part of India, should be handed over to it. In 1949, France held a plebiscite in Chandranagar. The people voted for India. Chandranagar was handed over to India. Thereafter, France handed over the rest of the territories to the government of India. Struggle for liberation of Goa. Portugal denied to hand over the territories under its possession to India. Indians had to struggle for securing these territories. In this struggle, Dr. T.B. Kunha was in the forefront. He worked to bring about an awakening of the people against the Portuguese government. With the objective of building struggle against the Portuguese, he established the Goa Congress Committee. Later, in 1945, Dr. Kunha founded the organization Goa Youth League in Mumbai. In 1946, he went to Goa and violated the ban on public speech. For this, he was sentenced to 8 years of imprisonment. In 1946, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia started a satyagraha for liberation of Goa. Violating the ban, he delivered a public speech at Madgaon in Goa. For this, the Portuguese government deported him. During the same period, the Azad Gomantak Dal was founded to liberate Portuguese colonies of Dadra and Nagar Haveli in Gujarat. On 2nd August 1954, youths of Azad Gomantak Dal, by making an armed attack, liberated the territories of Dadra and Nagar Haveli from Portuguese rule. Vishwanath Lavande, Rajabhau Wakankar, Sudhir Phadke, Nanasaheb Kajrekar and others took part in this attack. In 1954, Goa Mukti Samiti was formed. The Samiti sent many batches of Satyagrahis from Maharashtra to Goa. N.G. Gore, Senapati Bapat, Peter Alvarez and Madhav Shastri Joshi and his wife Sudhatai and many others participated in the Satyagraha. Mohan Ranade was an aggressive leader in the struggle for liberation of Goa. The Portuguese rulers committed unlimited tyranny and atrocities on the Satyagrahis. Due to this, the public opinion became more infuriated. The struggle for liberation of Goa took up a fierce form. The Indian government was patiently holding negotiations with the Portuguese government, but they did not respond, and at the end, the Indian government unwillingly took the decision of using military force. In December 1961, the Indian Army entered Goa in a short period of time. The Portuguese army surrendered on 19th December 1961. Goa was liberated from Portuguese dominion and imperialism was completely rooted out from the Indian soil. India's freedom struggle was truly fulfilled. Thank you.